Have you ever missed someone so deeply that even time couldn't quiet the ache? A love that stayed with you even when the world moved on. Tonight, Soundscape tells the story of a song that spoke for millions who loved from afar. Here Without You. A song about absence, about devotion, about holding on even when someone isn't beside you. This is more than a ballad. This is a feeling the world never forgot. Welcome to Soundscape, where music isn't just something you hear. It's something you carry. In this episode of Songs That Changed a Generation, we explore how a rock band from Mississippi captured one of the most universal human emotions, missing someone you love, and turned it into a timeless anthem. Before stadiums, before radio dominance, before the world knew their name. 3 Doors Down began in Escatawpa, Mississippi. 3 young musicians with small-town roots and big emotions. At the center of it all was Brad Arnold, a drummer turned lead singer with a voice that sounded honest, raw, and human. In 1996, Brad famously wrote a song called Kryptonite during a high school math class. That song would launch the band into global fame almost overnight, but behind the loud guitars and radio success was a band that understood vulnerability. And that vulnerability would lead to one of their most emotional songs. Released in 2003 from the album Away from the Sun, Here Without You wasn't written to chase charts. It was written to confess a feeling. The song tells the story of loving someone who is far away, physically, emotionally, or both. Brad Arnold once explained that the song was inspired by long stretches on the road, being away from loved ones, and the quiet loneliness that success doesn't erase. The lyrics don't scream, they ache. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. It's a reminder that love doesn't disappear with distance. Sometimes distance just makes it louder. So what made Here Without You different? And why did it hit so hard? It was its restraint. There's no dramatic climax, no flashy production. Just a slow, steady build, gentle instrumentation, and a voice that sounded like it meant every single word. It became the song people played during long drives, after breakups, or while missing someone who wasn't coming back, or couldn't come back yet. The song crossed genres. Rock fans, pop listeners, even R&B audiences connected with it. Because everyone, at some point, knows what it feels like to love someone who isn't there. Here Without You became one of 3 Doors Down's biggest hits. It climbed to the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, received heavy radio rotation worldwide, and became one of the most requested ballads of the early 2000s. But more importantly, it became personal. For so many listeners, it wasn't just a song. It was a companion through grief, separation, and memory. It was the soundtrack to a feeling that was hard to put into words. Let's pause here for a moment. Who does this song remind you of? A partner? A family member? Someone you lost? Or someone you're still waiting for? And while you're here, tell us in the comments. Which song should Soundscape explore next in our series, Songs That Changed a Generation? Your story might just shape our next episode. As the years passed, Here Without You took on new meaning for listeners. What began as a love song about distance slowly evolved. It became a song about loss, about memory, and about an enduring connection that defies time. It was played at memorials. It was shared in tributes. It was a song people returned to during moments of quiet reflection. The song aged, but it never faded. As time went on, fans also learned more about Brad Arnold's personal battles, including his public fight with serious illness. And when news of his passing emerged, songs like Here Without You felt different. He wasn't just singing about missing someone anymore. He had become someone the world was missing. This episode of Soundscape is dedicated to Brad Arnold, a voice that carried honesty, vulnerability, and heart. A reminder that some artists don't just perform songs, they leave pieces of themselves inside them for us to find. Here Without You teaches us something simple yet powerful, that love doesn't end when someone isn't beside you. That memory can be a place we return to. And that music can say what words alone cannot. This has been Soundscape, where songs don't just play in the background, they stay with us. Rest in sound, Brad Arnold.